unfortunately, for this bad condition, economical conditions, our young people are going in Europe to work. When, in time which we have possibility to put more than our population and more than young people. But as I said, I have begun to make recycling of the paper, and you all must understand that we have paid in the beginning of our organization of the company credits by 12 and 15% of interest. Everybody understands that it's very, very difficult time both for us. And for that, many companies are closed. Maybe it's, I repeat, but please, be ambassadors of Albania and Kosovo to build one very, very strong states. We have everything in our state. And it's very bad that one state which has fuel pay more than all Europe for 1 liter of benzene. We must understand that if we don't change mentality of our people, of our states, of our governments, to make industrial developing in our country, we have to be the same.
I would like to add that we are already doing it in Rotary. We just come together in one district, Albania and Kosovo. Yeah. And businesses are doing as well their part. Uranik can tell us later about his company that is operating in Kosovo and Albania as one market. And hopefully in the near future, we will, let's say, convince the political to join us in this way of working together. I'll come back to the Mr. Ambassador about the paths and the perspectives of Luxembourg investing in Kosovo. Many of your business cases of investment or fields of investment match the Rotary services way, including VET, so vocational education training. I'll try to be very exact. Healthcare sector, sustainable inclusive growth, energy transition, and climate mitigation. I have heard about very good projects that you have, especially in this field, and recycling as well. Civil society empowerment and private sector development, and I'm not forgetting the digitalization. Considering again, the business environment here, which are the, let's say, the services or the sectors that you see as most potential to invest in the near future in Kosovo? I'm still adding that the young generation here is, we like to say that we are the most youngest country in Europe, but we are getting older.
Thank you very much. If you allow me, I want to come back to the question you asked the ambassador about the environment, because it's really the main global subject. So, I have at home a recycling freak, my wife. She is recycling everything. And she was when we were living in Africa, she was building a house with plastic bottles, filling them with sand. And it was really amazing because it reduced the temperature by more than 15%. And it's bulletproof in addition to that. So here in Kosovo, she's recycling everything, glass, plastic, and so on. So, but there is no place to bring them. So unfortunately, my house looks like a recycling center right now. So that is really a main concern. And Kosovo needs to have a stronger environment regulation. It needs really to have policies on emission, exercise, pollution control, and land preservation. This country is so a beautiful country, as well as Albania is. and they need to preserve this nature here. I just want to make a last point before answering your question. It's also what I do believe is very much needed. Of course, we are speaking about triple transition, at least energy and digital transition and environment transition. And I think Kosovo is already investing a lot in green energy, even so that they have a lot of coal, solar energy, wind energy. I think incineration would also be helping Kosovo for one main reason. You can get off of the waste problem here. There is a lot of waste problem. You can see it outside, and you can produce with waste electricity and heating. Last point what I would like to make, and it comes to the businesses. I think it's very important that Kosovo is also developing and modernizing their grid infrastructure and to develop storage capacity, which will allow the companies, and they are willing to do that. All the companies I visited here in Kosovo, they are willing to invest in green energy, but they need to sell their surplus on the market. And the government needs to change this regulation and allow the companies to sell the surplus in the market.
Can I interrupt you
Yes,
just a little
please.
bit? If we want to achieve these environment objectives of the country, which is the way, considering your experience, do we have first to change the policies or the mindset?
It goes together. It really goes together. When I'm looking about history in Luxembourg, it was the same when I was a kid. I was used also having my parents smoking in the plane, emptying everything in the street and so on. Not my parents, but yes, it was the same, and it was really a strong regulation and education of our kids who changed the mindset. And it's very important also that we start with the smaller ones. But again, you need to have a regulation and adaptation, so also that those people who are aware and want to change it, that they also have places where to bring the glass, the paper, and so on. So it's two together, and it takes time. In Luxembourg, for instance, we have, and it's complicated, we have 5 different garbage. Those poor people who are living in apartment, half of the apartment is just garbage boxes, one for glass and so on. We have, it's a tech garbage now. We have a sensor in it, so where the municipality is really, we are paying by how much we are producing garbage. And then also we have a very strict regulation. If you are putting glass to the normal garbage box, you will get a yellow card. If you do it the second time, you get a red card, and they are suing you. And unfortunately, so when we have to pay for it, we are taking more care for it. So it goes hand in hand. If you allow me now, coming back to Luxembourg Development Corporation, thank you for your nice vote. We have been here since the end of the war with reconstruction, rehabilitation, humanitarian aid, and then we follow up on development cooperation and most over in social sector, health, education. But now it is really difficult also for a country like Luxembourg, working a lot in very poor countries, to coming here in Kosovo, and I see why are we doing the same here than in the very least development countries. This is not anymore least, it's the middle income country. So we were also adapting a little bit our development cooperation products, and you mentioned a few of them. So we are highly investing. Of course, we are continuing to invest in vocational education training, which is also, I guess, a priority for the Rotary Club. Vocational, I heard it a lot this morning. It is very much needed that this vocational education curriculum match the needs of the businesses. So we are trying really to reconnect. Here in Kosovo, they are nice people, but they are very individual. So they have a champion in Yugo, but they are not very collective. So our aim is also to reconnect Kosovo together, and I think the Rotary Club is doing a great job. So vocational education, and then the second part what I would like to mention, what we are trying to do, is also connecting the academia, the university, with the businesses. That's very important. We are trying to support Kosovo in building an ecosystem on research to stop the brain drain. That's very important. I have to say, I heard so many bankers speaking this morning, a fantastic discussion. I'm from Luxembourg, but I'm a diplomat. Maybe I'm not a banker. But however, if we